Hi folks, and welcome back to Games Tycoon 2 with Applesauce, our lead developer. We said we had a research department to create, and that is true. We don't really need to worry too much about the placement of a facility because one of the options we have is to just move it like that. So once you've built it, you don't have to rebuild it just to move from one spot to the other. That's crucial and a nice addition on part of the dev team, so that we could avoid lost resources. Just, I misplaced the room by one tile. No worry, that will not have a significant financial impact. Now, at the research department, we need 2 places? I don't think so. So let's just go for the one spot right now. Of course, we'll still need a desk. There we go. And the basics, so the trash can. The trash can. The trash can go there. The radiator goes there. And the medicine cabinet. Actually, let's not spend that 3,000. Try it over there if you need it. So, I will still place a flower because I'm nice. And say for research, maybe a Star Trek poster will inspire them. And there we go. We have a research department. Now, as you can see, here we can develop new games, engines, updates and add-ons for games, and contract work. We can also support a different studio if we have several, which is not the case right now. At a research department, can we zoom into the... Oh yeah, we have an arcade controller and some large floppies. Ha! And over here, we have the V2. My god, we're researching Nazi stuff. And some research materials, such as dangerous chemicals for whatever reason. They're not researching how to make meth, are they? Oh well. So we can research genres, topics, engine features, gameplay features, and so on. So, just occurred to me, yes, I need to research how to make puzzle games. The first thing, in fact. So, yep, let's do that. Plop you down researching how to make puzzle games, because that's what we want to make. Because if we were to develop a game, we can only make skill games right now. Yep. Puzzle games is not the default. Skill games are the default. So that's an extra 30,000, cool 30,000 that we're going to be spending on that. So we can be on house specialty and on trend. There we go. So, we may also want to have the features for our first game though. Let's see. Who do we have for hire? And what is their best skill? One is a researcher, but... okay, they're untalented. So they don't learn as quickly, but that's really cheap. That's a very low salary. And, I mean, they'll learn slower. Learning is very slow anyway, so that's not much of a malus. Do we want to hire a second... Do we want to be able to research? I don't think we want a dedicated researcher, so no. And the others... hardware, we don't need hardware. And the game designer, our guy is already a game designer, so... okay. Let's start working. So Applesauce is researching puzzle games. He's going in there and writing research papers on why puzzle games puzzle him and how to puzzle other people. Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle. Not sure what that entails. I mean, how to develop a puzzle game, I suppose. Game concepts and things like that. So to begin with, oh, I am the swarm, armies will be shattered. Yeah. Employees will have random game-related quotes like that. So for now, I think we can speed things up, because there's nothing else to do. Quite literally. And soon enough, 1 week will go by, and we'll have researched, yeah, under 2 weeks, I'd say. We will have researched puzzle games in general. I'll have to see what the feature is, because we do want to have our own engine out. Probably before the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to check on that. No, not here. Sorry. Not here either. It's not one of those options. It is a management option. Employee settings. There we go. Some breaks. No, many breaks. We don't want motivation to decrease. High pressure makes your employees work faster. However, the quality of the work suffers. We want little pressure, best quality. Recharge motivation when it lowers to 40, yes. Crunch time. Needs are ignored. So at the end of the project, 90%, people cannot leave to go to the bathroom and so on. I don't much like that. But at the end, we really want things to just get done. So I typically keep it at 90 or 95, something around there. But yeah, the little icon made me think of these settings. So yeah, we want to be good employers. And now that that's done, we can make puzzle games. We have a gameplay feature. Ah yes, arcade joystick support. That should be quick, and it's super cheap. So let's do that. Oh, new contract work already. A dialogue system for Enix. Okay. That's also pretty quick, I think. If we wanted to make some money already. We still have some cash to burn, so we'll keep that on the lowdown for a bit. Get ourselves features and an engine out. Then make a game with it. There we go. So, we could... Oh yeah, we'll... miscellaneous is everything not directly related to game development as such, but all the additional aspects, such as being able to develop bigger games with more features. Duh, console development, 10 million. We'll get there eventually, I hope. Marketing, graphics studios, and blah, 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 blah. Quality assurance is quite important, so you can, have game reports out and actually know what is wrong with your games and improve them. Also quite crucial, training room. So we can have employees trained up to being able to actually make good games. Skilled employees are the backbone of good game production. If that weren't obvious enough. Topics. Yeah, topics of the games include, currently en vogue is hacking. So we would like to research hacking. That'll take a while, okay. He needs to, go to the bathroom. Okay, go to the bathroom. Just to wash the hands? Just to wash the hands. Oh my god. Research hacking quickly. Then we want to develop an engine. Our new engine. Our engine is going to be the... not the Cryo, not the Unreal. In fact, an Enigma engine. You make puzzle games. The Rubik's. Because video games things always need a capitalized letter stupidly in the middle of words. 1.4, and that'll include... oh yeah, there's actually no engine features at all. That was a game feature. Yeah, stupid me. We'll have features in graphics, sound, artificial intelligence, physics. Currently all at level 1 is the basics. So, is there really a point to developing our own engine with no specific features? Can we do that? I don't think so. Dedicated to the Apple I, I'd assume. And that, but I don't think we can develop one without any features, right? Yeah, we'll need at least one engine feature to add. So, bummer. I forgot about that. Do that later. I thought that feature was an engine feature. It's not. It's a game feature. So, finish the hacking theme, and we can make our own first game about hacking puzzles. Ah, new people for hire. Let's see. Programmer. That could come in handy. Because our guy is terrible at programming. Yeah. That would certainly speed up development, but do we need to speed up development? Probably not. Having a programmer, though, I think, would be quite important for puzzle games to be well programmed and when the month ticks over, I'll hire them so we don't have to pay an extra salary for that period. It's monthly salary, right? I think it's monthly. So hire employees at the beginning of the month, not the end. So they work the full month for the pay. All right. We have the theme. We have the genre. We can make a game. No PC and console game. It's going to be a standard game, not a massively multiplayer online game that costs 35 million. Oh no. Yeah. And here we get a quick glimpse of how long it's expected to complete, comparatively speaking, to a quadruple A game. Quadruple A, I don't know, something like Grand Theft Auto, Star Citizen maybe. Those near infinite development and cost type games. Target group, puzzle games, I'm not really sure what we should target them to. Maybe adults? Just keep all. Puzzle game, and the main topic will be hacking. So we are bang on the trends of the day. Name of the game. We are Enigma Studios. So I'd say it's appropriate. Enigma? Enigma? Enigma. That is going to be our IP, the Enigma. The Enigma will have the basic engine and one platform that is the most popular currently, the Apple One. 2.4 million install base. That's the amount of people that have it. And it's not too complicated to develop for, so that's good. And there's actually no new platforms to buy dev kits for either, so yeah. That's the maximum we can hope for anything. Include all the languages. That's extra cost. Also potentially extra sales. Fingers crossed. Currently no anti-cheat or copy protection. Copy protection, I mean, sells more because fewer pirated copies. Anti-cheat, only really useful for online games, obviously. We'll get further into that when time comes. From now, we don't really have to worry about the tech level. So, defining what a game actually looks like. Each slider has an optimal setting based on the genre. The closer you are to the optimal setting, the better. Find out what is optimal through quality assurance game reports. We don't have that. We don't even have that researched. We don't even have the money to research that. We have nothing close to that. So we have to guess. And it's a puzzle game. So what does a puzzle game actually focus on? I mean, people want to be entertained for a long time. It doesn't really have to be very complicated, so it could be like, I don't know, Wordle or Tetris. Simple enough mechanics, it's just hard to master afterwards. Beginner friendly, yeah. Anyone needs to be able to play that, right? Not much the way of character design typically. I mean, unless it's like Dr. Mario and you have Mario on the side screen telling you what pill is coming next to drop in your Tetris-like game. So, you have to be beginner friendly, keep people entertained for a bit. I think we can push these even further down. And sort of give people goals to work towards. Story, maybe could reduce story, but I don't know what kind of puzzle games we're talking about, so it could be story heavy. Innovation, maybe move up or down a bit. I don't know. Anyway, that seems like intuitively close to what I'd say puzzle games should focus on. In terms of, yeah, super non-violent. We don't want any violence. Everyone should be able to play a puzzle game. Tetris is not violent. Can be hard. Yeah. Let's move that 2 sliders up. And, yeah. So, graphics, sound, gameplay, and technical. Doesn't need to be super graphics intensive. Doesn't need to have an opera soundtrack to keep you entertained, I don't think. So let's move that up. Gameplay is the main focus, so that people are engaged the whole time. And, I mean, that it works. It's fluid. I'm focusing maybe too much on Tetris and not puzzle games like, I don't know, Portal. But, I guess that'd be a puzzle RPG or puzzle third-person shooter, or is it first-person? Anyway, not a out-and-out puzzle game. Yeah, okay. Seems like a reasonable outline for a puzzle game. And we can include up to 10 features. We researched arcade stick support. That includes gameplay and technology points. So none of them are actually crucial for what we've absolutely got to include for a puzzle game. So it's mostly peripheral support. Not sure if the extra 3,000 is going to be worth the 10 points. That's almost, yeah, 8% of the entire game development cost. But it'll gain us experience developing that, and I'm pretty sure we're going to need arcade joystick support when you start developing for consoles as well. Same for controller. So yeah, let's just make sure we add those points in. And yeah, so no online in-app purchases and whatnot, so that's fine. We don't have to finance anything. We'll play it straight, pay the entire thing out of pocket, and go. See what's what. See if that goes well. And once the month is over, we'll get a new desk and hire the programmer. Maybe. Ah! Local high scores. Crap. Oh well. We won't have that feature in our game. Should we have the programmer? That's another salary. It's 3,000 a month. That's not nothing. Ah, what the heck? No. Let's go at it alone for a while. Making Enigma. Enigma Studios. It's on trend and genre, so it shouldn't be a complete flop. I hope. Even though our guy is not great at anything except game design. Ah, you'll gain a little experience at research, but completely, almost completely irrelevant. Only when researching will that be relevant. Oh, come on. We need more points than that. This is essentially what the game is developing as. So if you take a look at the games... Oh my god, that's terrible. That's a terrible rating. Yikes, that is terrible. Okay. As in gameplay points, graphics points, sound points, and technical points. These are all the special improvements we can have other departments work on in parallel. We don't have any of those. Yikes, 10 to 30% is terrible. That's the current estimated rating, meaning if we were to just to release the game as is, at 60%, it would have a rating between 10 and 30. That is really low. We want, ideally, to be able to break even over 60% at all times. So I don't think we're gonna get there with this one. Maybe we should have done a few contract games to begin with. But there were only skill games, no puzzle games. Yeah, we may have to hone our skills developing for the Apple and the Fairchild before we put out our own game. That may be just a 40,000 loss right there. That we really can't afford. We'll have to make up with contract work. Okay, it's moving up. That's good, I suppose. All I remember is what I have lost. War. War never changes, oh yeah. That quote never changes. It's being overused to death. $30 to $50. Okay, so not completely catastrophic. And bearing in mind, we don't know what the ideal settings for a puzzle game are, so that's certainly gotta play into this not being a great result. Okay, it's the first game we've ever created. Let's see. Let's see what a publisher might be interested. No puzzle game dedicated. They pay slightly more, so they have more of a market strength though. And that is quite important. I think $1 a copy is not worth the reduced market strength. Though I would prefer a puzzle dedicated publisher. I think we're going to go with Epix. Especially since if and when they offer us an exclusive contract, market strength is the main driver as to how many copies they'll be able to sell for us. So build a relationship with them, and everything you work on, you gain skills with. So yeah, practice, practice, practice. 50? Just short of 50. Crap. Gameplay shows only a few weaknesses, and the plot is strong. Graphics are below average. Few sound effects are not very impressive. Most players are used to better. Yeah. Life is too short to learn the complicated controls of the game. Title is a mediocre game that leaves a lot to be desired. Oh well. Right. Well, gameplay was not far off the mark. That's about it. So, yikes. Alrighty then. That's good. So now we'll see if it sells enough to break even. I don't think 50 is enough. So, bummer. Alright, so. Should we work for the Fairchild and try a hand at skill games? I mean, we'd be able to get a better hold on that type of game. And 33,000, yeah, we can almost certainly beat. As I say that, I certainly hope we can beat 10%. Should you go for that or just the outright contract work? Uh, Apologies, had to go off screen, and Control actually thinks I'm pushing the screen. I think we should do contract work, is what I think. Improve our reputation and start getting more and more contract work. That'll boost our revenue. Hopefully enough so we can get a training department and start training our employees to a good level. Because that is what is going to get us making good games, essentially. Does anyone have the traits I desire for? No. Nobody is bug-free. So we'd be training our own main dev exclusively. Though I still think a programmer, a dedicated programmer, is a good thing because, yeah, puzzle games need good programming. Feel that in my bones. Let's hire them and get a second desk in here. Bamlo, blamlo, blamblamo. There we go. What? What are you unhappy with? Nothing. Okay. Do we want to research high courses as quickly as we can? Possibly. Do you want him to be a dedicated researcher? Are you better at research? No, you're even worse. Let's not have you waste that talent of yours on this. So yeah, let's go for local high scores. You concentrate on working contract work, and we'll end automation if and when we wish. But for now, yeah, just take the easy money. Hopefully easy money. The local high scores, develop a collision system. We can move you back to work the contracts quicker as soon as you're done with that. Let's see, week 2 should be a drop. Ooh, a great big honking increase because they hyped the heck out of Nigma. Okay, I think we'll make a profit on that. Yeah, with that amount of hype, I think we're going to be good. They started a marketing campaign. And Konami is, making Asteroid Boy. And Nintendo is making Life is Strange. Life is Strange. Nintendo making that. Let's see how the market is looking. We are, well, it's the first game made in history. Nigma. Breakthrough. Best sold game of all time. 793 copies. All my cousins had one. And I made 9,000 bucks. Yikes. Okay, well, we'll slowly start building our IP with that. So nobody has made anything. Let's see. Publishers, what do we have in the marketplace? All the big boys. All the big boys are making great strides. Ideally, we want to find ourselves a 5 market strength publisher that would want, eventually, to have an exclusive contract with us. And pay us the big bucks for publishing our games, the big bucks guaranteed. Why do I say that? Because when you sign an exclusivity contract with a publisher, they pay you, well, depending on how good you are and how rich they are, potentially millions, enough to really fuel your expansion. So that's a target we will be aiming for, establishing good relationships with big publishers. Developers, that's our competition. Nobody has developed anything right now, but they soon will. As we can see, Nintendo and Nintendo has just made, is going to make Life is Strange. And Konami is making Asteroid Boy, a skill game and an adventure skill game. Oh, they already have a cross-genre there. No subsidiaries, we haven't purchased anyone, announced games. Microsoft is making South of the Light and Galaxy 40. Okay, so 4 games under development. Well, we're making bank on the contract work. And exhausting our contract work, in fact. We're done almost immediately with everything that was outsourced. Okay, 600 copies a week is pretty good. I think we'll break even, at least break even with that. Many fans are disappointed by the sound. Yeah, we don't have any sound specialists. That's why. Should we spend... immediately spend 200,000 on training room before quality assurance? Possibly. It's a lot to invest, and training is a long time coming after that. If and when I find a bug-free programmer to hire, we'll do that. When I say that, a programmer that has the bug-free perk like I do. We can start training them up. And training is expensive. It's 50% a pop for up to 90 skill, if my memory is correct, and 30 up to 70 skill, and then maybe like 10,000 up to 50 skill, something like that. So we can start easy, but it takes a longer time to skill them up if you don't pay the big bucks. So, commissioned work is done. So our only other recourse... Okay, sales are going slightly down now. Yeah, still confident we're gonna break even. Fairly confident. Okay, so what we can try to work on, because there's no more commissioned work, is... We'll be done in a week if we did that. So we don't really have a feature for an engine, but okay, let's make a contract game, all for the Fairchild. Well, that'll get us experience in that. Puzzle game. Do we want to add competition to our own puzzle game? Probably not. It doesn't pay all that well either. Okay, so let's gain some experience. Oh, as I say that, it's Sega. Yeah, publisher must be maximized. Yeah. So, publishers, Sega is, yeah, Sega's a 5. So we may want to do that, improve our relationship with Sega. If we could get a contract with Sega, my god. We probably won't be able to. Anyway, by the time we develop the game and have it released, well, Sega hasn't released, we will have broken even, I think, with Enigma. Do we want to do that? Otherwise, it's either Bandai or Enix on a skill game. Bandai is 4. So is Enix. Actually, ideally, we'd want a relationship with Taito. It's a more realistic target for an exclusive deal, and they're puzzle-focused. They're not offering anything right now, despite, yeah, paying more than all these guys. My god, Bandai plays crap for their level. So does Sega, by the way. Atari is much better paid. Yeah, maybe let's go for Enix then. Skill game for Enix. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Main topic. We need 10%. Let's puzzle game with cities, sure. For the Fairchild, oh, that's more difficult to develop, so that's slower going on dev time. We have some experience with that. Let's just do English. No need for more than that. That's already up to 22,000. Do we have letters? Yes. So they say it's too easy. Controls. Okay, so we have an idea about puzzle games. Not so much skill games. That's not our specialty. So I'm not going to even try to improve any of this. Seems, I mean, diegetic and narrative appropriate that we are puzzle fans, we are puzzle game devs. We might not know what skill games are really about. So let's not pretend we do. Everything straight down the middle. Now, let's see. 3 things that we must have. And that's already cost. With the bonus. So we won't be making much money on that, that's for sure. Start working that. Yeah, we'll get 10% at least. Surely. Probably not, and stop calling me Shirley is what they'd say, I think. I really hope we have at least 10% with this. My god, if we don't. Oh crap, this guy is bugging the hell out of the game. Six bugs is quite a bit. Probably need to polish it a bit before shipping it, maybe. Is that over 10? Yeah, that's 10 to 30. Okay, we're good. In fact, oh, we're up to 20 to 40. Okay, so that's out of the complete stinker territory, I think. Yeah, hand it over, sure. And we lost our relationship with Epix. Yeah, you need to keep working with the same publisher if you want to improve our relationship with them exclusively. They don't like competition. So, yeah, much more experience with all these features, which is good, because once we have 5 experience on all of these, games made with these will be much, much better. Okay, that's respectable. So 34. We don't want the competition to be too good. And contract games increase that quite significantly. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Because that means contract work that'll be coming our way will be better paid. Oh my god. Sales are plummeting. I really hope we break even on that. I really do. Well, anyway, we're making money otherwise. Breaking even on contract games is good. Because the standard is pretty low, so that's easy enough. But we should be aiming to, you know, more than just keeping afloat. So yeah, research costs will start to really skyrocket soon enough. We need contract work is what we need. But contract work of different types, we would need to unlock the rooms for that. Such as quality assurance. That'd probably bring in a bit more money in contract work. But, I mean, to the point where we'll recover the 200,000 we invested, that's going to take a long while, I think. That'll allow us to get reports in, though, for the games. And a tiny bit of extra contract work, as I said. Training room is just a money sink. And we don't have the proper employees for hire to make use of that. Might as well put the money into quality. Okay. Here's the deal. If we reach 500,000, which is a safety cushion I always like to keep on hand. Reach 500,000 and we still have not found a good candidate for the dev team to hire, we'll build the quality assurance office instead and see where that goes. Yeah, I think that's our basic strategy. All of that, though, will be next time. Until then.